There's another scream. More desperate this time. He sounds distressed. Where are you, Jorge? I'm coming. Whatever's in the pod, it's slithering. You opened the pod? I'll tell you later, but for now, help me get this thing contained. Alright, everybody, we are here today with the old Falcon one-shot. On the agenda, well, we got ourselves Tales the Backbone Prelude. Now this right here, as you can imagine by the title, a prequel to Backbone, which is a game that we covered. A game that, visually, artistically, the music, direction of everything, absolutely golden to me. One of the best looking pixel games I think I've ever seen. The story itself, well, the camp is very divided on it. 50-50 when it comes to the ending. Not too many people like how the direction ended up going, which is a shame, but you know, it is what it is. Here today though we have a prequel. What led up to the events of Backbone? We have 3 recurring characters. This dude is gonna be new. Don't know much about him, but we're here to find out. Okay, so we start off as Clarissa at age 7. This is gonna be our, mafia leader in Backbone. There she is with a big giant black bear. Grandpa? Huh? Oh, what is it, Clarissa? Are you okay, Grandpa? Me? Why, of course, I'm more than fine. I'm spending time with my little girl. How could I not be? Did you see the goosers? Okay, what are we doing here, Grandpa? But you were thinking about something else, weren't you? It did seem like his mind was wandering a little bit, didn't it? Oh well, I was thinking of a faraway place. One that doesn't exist, Bella. Beyond the mountains, green leaves, rolling hills. Keep listening. Air so clean you could taste it. A place that smells of grass and water where your lungs are more full than anywhere else. Grandpa, that sounds horrible. Oh, I'm just imagining it. Do you ever imagine things? Like what? Anything. That's the beauty of it, you see. You can imagine anything you want, anytime, anywhere. All the time, and everywhere. In that case, I'll imagine my own world. Is that right? What's so special about it? What makes it yours? No school. I mean, I'm a little girl at the age of 7, right? Oh, what's wrong with school? Why don't you like it? There's some mean kids there. Meanies? Are there the people who tease you? Who would do that? Yeah, who would tease the granddaughter of apparently a mob leader? There's a boy who tries to pull my hair sometimes and calls me names. Oh, because he's got a crush on you. Well, that's not very nice. Maybe your old grandpa can do something about it. I'll talk to your teachers. Have you got into trouble because of this boy? Let's get this kid whacked. Come end of fall, the winds will grow. Then twisting branches cusp the snow. But spring will free what cold held dear. Give way, for one more year. What was that, Grandpa? It was pretty. A poem, Clarissa. One I remember just now. I read a long time ago, but it appears to have stuck with me. Why? I'm not sure, Clarissa. Maybe it's sitting here with you, time and people passing by. Tell me. What will you be when you're older? What do you want to be? Alright, and here we get to build a little bit of Clarissa's character for this game. Cunning, ambitious, powerful. All of these are fairly good traits for her, especially in Backbone. But she's a powerful individual. I want people to listen to me. Clarence won't forget that. We have our telltale moment. I mean, look at this, man. Look at it. Oh. If there's one thing you can't fault this game on, is just the artistic integrity behind it. So good. Alright, so now we get to jump between our characters. And based on the choice we made, as you can see here, you aspire to become powerful when you grow up, which led us down this path. And over here's the other 2 choices when unlikely. So this one could now apparently split down to here or to here. And everything is apparently weaved, so the choices you make apparently might actually have a consequence, which was one of the big knocks on the first game. Howard Loader, first year, Thaddeus Rock Faculty of the Arts. Well, before being a detective, huh? Alright, make it over here. Take a little gander what people are talking about. Wisconsin. He's a little hamster. Or, technically he's a big hamster because he's like human-sized.
Oh, hey there. A fresh face. Are you here to study? You're new, right? I never forget a face.
Yeah, I'm new.
Well, hello there, new.
Oh, it's very cute.
I'm Wisconsin, your resident assistant and potentially best friend.
Right, well, I'll see you around.
Oh, hold on there, friendo. You don't know where your dorm room is yet.
Alright, what's the number?
Not so fast, buckaroo. I can't just tell you the dorm number.
I mean, can't you?
A scavenger hunt. I've hidden 2 things somewhere in this hallway. One of them's blue, the other is new.
Blue and new? Know the clues?
It doesn't have to be things I've hidden. You can be creative too.
You like rhyming, do you not, Wisconsin? Alright. Blue and new. I like I'm just doing this, carrying this heavy-ass box around as well. A blue piece of paper that says,
"You found me."
What about this locker? Nope. Get open, but you cannot pick. Check code. Here we go. You found something new. What that something is, who knows? Yeah, it was super fun. Are we done now?
Hi. For now, you'll be staying in room 304. It's all the way down the hall.
Finally. Okay, final room. I mean, look at this. Again, I can't ever get enough of the look of these games. Leave the room? No, I just got here. Larry. We'll talk to Larry later. Or no, you gotta talk to Larry now? How do you like me turning off the light switch there, huh, Larry? Talk to him in the dark. Oh, hey. What's up, loser? First day, barely met this guy, just started bullying my roommate. I'm sitting down, chilling. You're the one lugging a big box around, loser. Touche, loser. Hey, I already like you, man. Hey, put the box down in one of the bunks, will you? That thing looks heavy. On it. I'm not gonna ask him because of preference, because I'm choosing top bunk, baby. I'm not giving him the satisfaction. Can I choose? I can. Top bunk, baby. Can we run now? Well, not yet, but at least we move a lot faster.
Huh?
Oh, you wanted top bunk too. Dude, of course. Everyone does. Fair. You're sleeping in the top bunk from now on. Good. Bottom bunk means I could just collapse onto it. Wait, that's smart. Alright, let's swap. Nah, he's just using mind tactics on me. Cool. Everyone's happy. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm Larry, by the way. Howard, good to meet you. Likewise. So, thoughts? On what? I don't know, man. How come you're here? What are you studying? Majoring in photography. No kidding. Hey, that's cool, man. Do you have a camera? Yeah, it's in my box. I almost forgot about the mighty box. Nice, dude. I don't know anything about photography, so you'll have to teach me. How come you chose that as your major? And now we get to choose our trade and path for Howard as well. Considering we know where, he winds up as, let's pick up investigative. For what it is, man, it sounds cool. There's a lot of show for sure. I think our kind has a unique perspective on things too. What do you mean by our kind? Our raccoon kind, Larry? Alright. Well, I'm here to study, Why don't you guess? I bet you can't. Alright, what are the stakes? Have you had lunch yet? I'm starving. There's a place around the corner here on campus that I want to try. You guys my major, and I'm paying. You don't, you pay. Deal? Fine. Sweet, go. Oh, look at this. Our investigative trait's already paying off. I don't see any instruments, brushes, or tools in here. Your major is theory, rather than practice. The theory of what exactly? What do you see Larry as, more classical or contemporary? I just don't see graphic design for some reason. I'm gonna say contemporary. Oh, you mother. Ah! You know, it was a 50-50. At least I was in the ballpark. Now you look like you're studying accounting. I will not take this loss. Proudly. I will kick and scream. Yeah, well, at least I'm not paying for lunch today. Come on, let's get moving. Yeah, sure, let's go.
Man.
Alright, and that concludes Howard's little intro right there as well. Interesting. So, I mean, I guess what we could do is maybe just run through the startup survey character, so at least we get to see everybody how they start off with.
In other news, locals in West End are still reeling from the fire that ravaged the entire tenement block last week.
Ravaged is right. I went there. There was nothing left but rubble.
The fire, which claimed a number of lives, has been reported as an unfortunate accident as a result of a gas leak. The police department has since stated that they will be investigating other at-risk buildings in the area for similar issues and are asking citizens to cooperate.
And my editor keeps asking me to finish the article on it. Toggle light? Ooh. Let's go. Toggle that light. We got lights all over the place here. Enter the apartment. Enter kitchen. Well, I imagine if we're going to write an article, we should enter the apartment. Fishable. Hey there, pretty. Lucas's office. Joke's on you, Lucas. I can't clean your office if you always keep the door locked. Lights. I guess that's gonna be my office right there, huh? I feel like you can just turn off the lights on and on. You can see that awesome shadow effect back there too. Again, for pixel art, I'm gonna say it a million times. So good. Alright, I was in the middle of organizing the shelves in here. Shouldn't take long. Anything to not do our job, huh? Alright, let's get this over with. Oh, you literally put it wherever you want? Okay. Sure. I guess we'll put the clock not in front of the picture. I guess right there is fine. Books. Up there. Up there. Another picture. Sure, I guess that works. Unless, can we put it on top of that? No, we can't. Give me that spot back. Little fern. Fern could just go right there. Probably a little incense burner. You know what's actually neat? You can see the changes I've made in the background. Okay. Let's get to it, huh? Suspect's apartment is small, maybe 500 square feet. It is in poor state. Living conditions are working class, typical of West End. Hallway entry, wallpapers coming off at the ceiling. Body was found close to the door. Beaver, looks to be in his mid-20s. Mackenzie arrived at the same time as me and inspected the body while I had a look around. Didn't take long. The suspect had 3 bullet wounds. One in the abdomen, one in the torso, one in the neck. The one in the neck was particularly gruesome, but Mackenzie's initial conclusion was that the suspect bled out. Mustn't have taken too long on account of all the wounds. I'm guessing Miss Giannopoulos won't be required to do much of an autopsy. The suspect, Beaver, was wearing pants and suspenders but no shirt. Body stained with blood, but there's a fine dusting over the upper torso. Mackenzie told me it's soot, and I can't argue. The head is similarly blackened by soot or redacted. But it looks like the suspect made an effort to wipe it off. Top left shoulder looks like if it was a burn mark. Mackenzie confirms it, saying it's very recent, probably today. Off to the side of the body is a tire iron, old and rusted. Some of the suspect's blood has pooled onto it, but no splatter. Kitchen's a mess. More soot, more ash, and a large amount of redacted, hovering near the top of the ceiling, making it hard to breathe. Lingering smell of redacted, most likely from the stove. There's footprints in the soot leading out of the kitchen, but none leading in. Tools are scattered around the oven, the hatch of which has been screwed off. This is where most of the damage is. We open some windows on our way out. It's gonna be a long time before they get the smell of redacted out of here. Rest of the apartment's noteworthy is not noteworthy. Small bedroom almost entirely covered by the bed, kitchen table and chairs covered on the side of the hall, bathroom small and cramped, nothing of interest in here except the body and the kitchen, both of which appear to be like closed cases. Little addendum. I saw nothing that would have implied the apartment was a fire hazard and, to the best of my knowledge, resolved the situation to the best of my ability. At 11:02 on 423, City Police Dispatch received the emergency call from a tenant on the 3rd floor in a tenant block in West End, citing domestic altercations as a cause of concern. Said it was apparently a fight, which obviously probably makes sense considering there's a body shot up in there. Additionally mentioning having noticed smoke from the downstairs apartments, the home of Stone Caster, Beaver, mid-20s, and Ro Ileana, Beaver, mid-20s. 2 officers, including myself, were dispatched and arrived at the scene around 11:42. Upon arrival, Stone acted with hostility and refused the officer's entry to his home. After hearing sounds of distress from the inside the apartment, Officer Redacted and I breached the door to the apartment. Stone was wearing only pants and shoes, and his hands and face were dirtied. The apartment smelled of smoke, but there was a small amount of it in the ceiling. Immediately upon entry, Stone began acting in a menacing manner, wielding a blunt instrument in his left hand. Ro was acting hysterical, and all attempts to calm her were met with angry dismissal. Officer Redacted drew his service weapon and asked Stone to step down. During this time, I entered the kitchen to find it in a state of disarray. The oven was open and scattered around were crude tools. The oven hatch was torn from it. There was a strong smell of electrical and wood burn. At this point, I heard a loud yell from the hall, followed by a gunshot. Oh, I drew my service weapon into the hall and found that Officer Redacted had discharged his service weapon, hitting Stone in the abdomen. Seeing that my partner had been injured, I determined that Stone was still a threat and discharged my weapon service twice. Ooh. So those are 3 shots. Stone was hit in the chest both times and dropped to the ground. Ro was in a lot of distress, lashing out in a threatening manner, and was taken into custody for impeding the police investigation. Officer Redacted placed a call to dispatch and will remain at the scene with Ro in custody in the patrol car. The coroner and detectives arrived around 12:09. Our initial statements were taken and the body was removed from the premises. I saw nothing that would imply that the apartment was a fire hazard and, to the best of my knowledge, resolved the situation to the best of my ability. Officer Redacted was present during the testimony of Officer Redacted and confirmed the events of the report. For clarity, questions pertaining to the first time a service weapon was discharged were asked and make up the totality of this report. For more information, the one we already read. After I drew my service weapon and Officer Redacted left to investigate the remainder of the apartment, Stone, Beaver mid-20s, began making threats and insulting me and my partner. I asked Stone repeatedly to stand down and he refused. Eventually, Stone charged at me with a sharp object, stabbing me in my left arm. Wrong! Wielding a blunt instrument in his left hand. Keep staring at that screen like that and your eyes will go square. Hey, hun. So, do we want to be caring, logical, or driven? You'd be driven. Hey, baby, give me 1 second, alright? Oh, take your time, take your time. Have you been at the terminal all day? Sure. Are you getting somewhere? It's a lot. I need a corkboard. A lot? Oh, you're looking into the West End fire still. That report has sent you help? It did. Yeah? Well, how's your investigation going? Didn't you say your edit guy was asking for it earlier? He wanted something more basic. Edit guy. It's Editor Lucas and his name is, Wesley. I'm sorry for not being much of a reading sword, Your Highness. Let's not keep Wesley waiting then. Walk me through it. Let's figure it out right now. Where should I start? Alright, and finally we have Eli, the new character of our game here. August 14th still alive, believe it or not. No signs of radiation poisoning in either of us. We've been hit by a dust storm. However, but it's been manageable as far from dangerous as we were led to believe. It's almost as if we're being guided by the Shepherd staff. To say we're lucky is an understatement. I'm beginning to think the dangers have been overblown. Now let's go with the first one. Never believed in that stuff, but this goes beyond mere luck. According to Jorge, no team that HQ has sent beyond the wall has ever returned alive. Which makes our return a historic first, and that's not even factoring the discovery of the artifact. Sun's been harsh lately, and it's been a chore to get any work done during the day. I miss the city, I miss my apartment. I miss beds, pillows, cafes, and streets. Not much to do out here besides work. We made something of a breakthrough at the start of the week, but we're still working on the pods. Once we manage to crack them open, we'll have a better idea of what we're dealing with. They didn't give us much during our briefing, just a mountain of gear, some coordinates, and an instruction to dig. Still no idea what they're expecting us to find. Whatever it is, Jorge's eager to dig it up. He's out there right now. Today's the day, he told me this morning. He's been saying that all week. I warmed up to him, he's a good guy. That said, he seems to see my academic background as a shortcut out of paying my dues. He's been at this for decades and we're in the same row, so it's hard to argue with him. But we all pay our due different ways, that's true. Progress aside, the past few days have been strange. Jorge mentioned a low hum from the dig site, and we've both been feeling unexplainably easy. So we have a trade here, idealist, realist, or a cynic. I think it's our tools that are reacting with the sedimentary chemicals in the pit? More than likely not. We've been out here a bit too long and are starting to get a little funny. The wasteland is supposed to be riddled with radiation. I'm surprised they're still alive, to be honest. I mean, that's true. Eli will be a cynic from now on. I even thought about just bailing and heading back to the city, but hiking through the desert is a death sentence, I swear. It's like they put no thought into this deployment. The equipment they gave us is so general it's left us prepared for everything and nothing at the same time. This whole expedition's been poorly managed. The only redeeming factor is that we get to be autonomous. No oversight or endless paperwork, just good old-fashioned science. I suppose we'll see if the tone changes if we find something. I almost forgot. I had a look at some of my previous journal entries today. Let's go with our cynic route. I hate reading my old notes. So many false and hasty conclusions. I know it's part of the process, but it's exhausting to go through. Part of me wants to get rid of everything I've ever written. At least then I'd be able to be the best version of myself I could be. If only, on paper. Suddenly a shiver runs up your spine, and you press the pen firmly against the journal page. Somewhere outside the tent, you swear you can hear Jorge calling out for you. Listen closely. There's another scream, more desperate this time. He sounds distressed. Where are you, Jorge? I'm coming. Skip everything for now, right? I mean, I was gonna go check the radio, but I'm not sure if it's coming from the dig. He said he was in the dig site, right? What did he find? It's moving, Eli. It's fucking moving. What is? The fucking thing, Eli. Whatever's in the pod, it's slithering. You opened the pod? I'll tell you later, but for now, help me get this thing contained. What do we do? What do you need? When I saw it wriggling, I panicked and doused it with cooling spray. It recoiled and reheated back into the pod. So that might do the trick. Then again, I don't want to open it up again unless we have to. We got some containment pods packed somewhere. Grab them as fast as you can, alright? Okay. Where would we keep such supplies? Oh, maybe the thing that says supplies? Take the container. Okay, I'm gonna twist this thing open again, and when I do, I'm gonna need you to hold the container still. I'll twist it, drop it, and you shut it. Got that? You twist, drop, and I shut. Got it. Here goes. You better be ready. Try to see what's inside the pod or drop the container and shut it. Oh, I'm curious, but it might get away if I do that. There, got it. Let me check the pressure. Good, it's in there. Okay. What was that? I don't know. But we've got it under control now. Contained. These things are airtight. Wherever that is, it's staying put. So, what now? Same as always, I guess. We log it. You should probably give HQ a call. After that, I don't know. HQ, this is Eli of Dig Site 06. Come in, HQ. We got something to report over.
This is HQ. We read you loud and clear. What's your status, over?
We found something.
Copy that, Site 06. Please describe the finding.
I could lie. It looks to be a beverage container. Aluminum. Label's been worn off. Here's why there's an option to lie. I kinda want to take it.
Copy that, Site 06. Please refrain from reporting non-essential findings in the future reports.
Will do, HQ. You didn't inform HQ of your discovery. Ooh, what does that mean? Oh, goddammit. You avoided telling HQ about the artifact for the time being. Interesting. Well, that's the intro for all of our 4 characters here for the prequel to Backbone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments. By leaving a thumbs up, we could definitely come back and do some more if there's something you'd like to see more of. Otherwise, all the information down below. This is going to be available by the time you see this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.